Hello, tubers. How are we doing today? Well, today I wanted to go over another passage in the Bible. This time it'll be coming from the book Genesis, and it will be verse number 2, chapter 16, all the way to the end of the chapter. And the topic of today is why are women special in the eyes of God? Okay, so we're going to hit this reader here, and we are going to get involved or get started with this particular passage. Here we go.
And the Lord God commanded the man, saying, Of every tree of the garden thou mayest freely eat, but of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil thou shalt not eat of it. For in the day that thou eatest thereof thou shalt surely die. And the Lord God said, It is not good that the man should be alone. I will make him an helpmeet for him. And out of the ground the Lord God formed every beast of the field and every fowl of the air, and brought them unto Adam to see what he would call them. And whatsoever Adam called every living creature, that was the name thereof. And Adam gave names to all cattle, and to the fowl of the air, and to every beast of the field. But for Adam there was not found an helpmeet for him. And the Lord God caused a deep sleep to fall upon Adam, and he slept. And he took one of his ribs, and closed up the flesh instead thereof. And the rib which the Lord God had taken from man made he a woman, and brought her unto the man. And Adam said, This is now bone of my bones, and flesh of my flesh. She shall be called woman, because she was taken out of man. Therefore shall a man leave his father and his mother, and shall cleave unto his wife, and they shall be one flesh. And they were both naked, the man and his wife, and were not ashamed.
Okay, they were not ashamed, even though they were naked. Well, this is before they bit of the apple, right? Adam bit of the apple, then they became ashamed. Anyway, that's the other story. Okay, so why do I feel that God made women or made a woman, and why do I feel that woman is special in the eyes of God? Right? People say that God is a man, and He made another man, Adam. And some people think that God prefers men over women, but that's as far as I believe, that's far from the truth. And I think I will shed some light on that in a specific passage. Now, once we get into the passage here, there was a couple of things that God said, and He was talking. Adam was the only person on the earth at that time, human being, so to speak, and God was bothered because He said a couple of times. Well, He said here, "It is not good that man should be alone. I will make him an helpmeet for him." Later on in the passage, in here at verse 20, it says, And Adam gave names to all cattle, and to the fowl of the air, and to every beast of the field. But for Adam there was not found an helpmeet for him. So basically here, there's two instances where God is kind of bothered. Oh, yes, He's a little bit agitated, because He's noting here that I will make him and help me for him. I will make him a suitable helper. I need to get him a helper. God was noticing that Adam needed a helper. He said, "It's not good that man should be alone." Right? And then later on again, like I said in verse 20, and Adam, but for Adam there was not found an helpmeet for him. So this was basically bothering God. This was bothering God. It was something that it was bothering God that Adam was running around eating food and naming animals and everything like this. But God saw that he needed a helpmeet. He needed a helpmeet. He needed a helper. He needed a suitable helper. And so that's when you see here in verse 21, and the Lord God caused a deep sleep to fall upon Adam, and he slept, and he took one of his ribs and closed up the flesh thereof instead of thereof. Okay? But if you go before that, Adam was made by ground. And then God also in verse 19, and out of the ground the Lord God formed every beast of the field and every fowl of the air and brought them to Adam. So basically, every creature that was made, including Adam, was made out of the ground. So man was made out of the ground. Every beast in the field was made out of the ground. Every fowl was made out of the ground, and everything was brought to Adam. So everything at that point was made from the ground. However, when God put Adam to sleep, he took one of his ribs. And from the rib, which the Lord God had taken from man, made a woman. He made a woman not out of the ground, like everybody, like everything else. No. He made woman out of the man's rib. And woman is the only creature that was made from a rib. That is special. God made woman especially for man. And God made the woman out of the rib. And like I mentioned before in the prior video, it would have been very easy or easier for God to make another man so that man would have company, right? That's what God said man should not live, by themselves. So God simply could have made another man, more men, but no, he was bothered, and that's why he mentioned it twice. I have to make a suitable helper for man. So this was something that God had to contemplate. It wasn't just making another man like a cookie cutter. So women have a special place in God, in God's mind, because God specially made woman from a rib, not from the ground. So I want to stress that to all the women, to make them feel that they are special. Women are special in the eyes of God. He had to break the mold. He had to figure out another way to make a woman. It was complicated. It wasn't easy. So women, feel better. Feel good that you are special. You are special in the eyes of God. And that's what I wanted to bring out in this particular video, that women are special in the eyes of God, and that all women should feel special because of that. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say today. Please subscribe. Any comments, leave them below. And as always, God bless.